Well, look, I don't mind telling you that I think that council made a mistake in the summer. I think that we asked administration to move too quickly. We were not able to protect the most vulnerable and people who really needed services as well as we should have. So ultimately, council decided this week that they would return funding in two areas. One is that we would give a reprieve to the Inglewood and Beltline pools, so they'll stay functioning for 2 more years, but it really is a use it or lose it proposition. We got to see better numbers out of those pools, or we're going to have the same discussion 2 years from now. The second is that it was felt important to return some money to transit for transit service hours. And here's the thing. My colleagues in transit did exactly the right thing. They looked at shaving service instead of canceling service. They looked at how they could reduce the impact on people. But ultimately, if you get rid of that early morning Saturday trip because there's only 6 people on it, it makes sense from a spreadsheet perspective. But those 6 people who are taking it early on a Saturday morning aren't taking it because they love riding the bus. They're taking it because they're going to work. And if you remove the option for them to be able to get to work on transit, they might not be able to have that job anymore. Or they might have to invest in a vehicle, which ends up costing way more. And so those are the things we always have to balance off. And, you know, as I say, unlike other governments, we're doing so in a very prudent, citizen-focused way. That we are actually looking at how we can cut things that are not impacting the front line. You know, we are not going to lay off thousands of people who are delivering services every single day while demand grows. But what we are doing is finding better, more efficient and smarter ways to deliver those services. So ultimately what council decided to do was, rather than take the cuts knowing what we know today and all the work we've done today, and remember, we've cut $650 million out of a $4 billion budget. These are big numbers. But rather than continuing to go to that well again and again and again, council said, you know what, we have some money in the bank, let's give ourselves a couple years to really think about new and innovative ways of reinventing how we deliver service and finding that $75 million in savings. And I'm confident we'll be able to do that. And at the end of the day, if we're not, then 2 years from now, council will be looking at the same set of cuts that they were looking at today. But we gave ourselves the chance to see if there's something better.